Hi guys, I wanted to give you guys a quick update and let you know what's going on. I haven't posted a video in a couple of days. Whew, I am tired. I'm not even gonna lie, I am exhausted. I'm on my way to the post office dropping off orders. I swear to God, by the time December 23rd gets here, I will be tired of saying and seeing fire starters. I know that you're probably tired of hearing about fire starters, but this is just the time of year for fire starters, so it is what it is, and I've got another batch that I've got to make at home. But anyway, I do want to get a video out this week sometime. I'm hoping by Friday. I don't want it to go into the weekend, so I'm hoping Friday I can do a video and have that up. I'm kind of hesitant about which one to do. I wanted to do a reading on AWP, but I also want to do a reading on the Delphi situation with, what was his name? Richard Allen, I think. Richard Allen. And do a reading on him and see what's going on with that. I have not had an opportunity to check email, or not email, but YouTube today or yesterday. I really didn't have a chance, so I have no idea the information that's coming out at all about these people. I haven't even had a chance to listen to Michelle Walks or Michelle After Dark. Usually that's my go-to morning video, but today was a private reading day, so I had 3 private reads today. I've got 2 done. I've got 1 more to do when I get home, and then when I start working on the fire starters, I'm going to go to YouTube and see if I can catch up what's going on. But to update you guys on my mom situation, thank you guys for all of your kind well wishes and prayers. I appreciate it. I'm personally not happy with how she is doing in the nursing home. And I know it's a nursing home, right? But I have noticed a decline in everything since she's been there, and she hasn't been there not even a full week, and I noticed a decline. So I know when she was in the hospital, they were getting her out of bed for physical therapy, and they would use her walker. She would use her walker, and she would walk from the bed to the window and back to the bed, and she would sit up on the edge of the bed for a while before they would get her up, and then she'd sit up on the edge of the bed for a few seconds before they'd lay her down. And she was doing really good. It was like a completely different person in the hospital. And now that she's been in the nursing home, they have not gotten her out of bed, not once. And we're going on about a week now. About a week. I think this Tuesday... Go ahead. Okay, thank you. I think this Tuesday will be a week. Okay, so... I think it was last Tuesday, as a matter of fact, when she was transferred. They have not got her. She hasn't left the bed in almost 7 days. Tomorrow will be, wait a minute, is today Tuesday? I don't even know what day it is. Yeah, today might be Tuesday. I don't know. I'm so out of it, guys. I'm just so drained. I mean, literally, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. So, you know, I did go up there, what was it, Friday? I went up there Friday. I told you guys the last video that they didn't have any of the ice slushies, so I took a bunch of those up there. I took about 8 boxes of variety of everything, and she also likes like smoothies, like ice cream smoothies, so I bought like a bunch of the little cups of ice cream, so that way they can just mix it with milk and she can have a milkshake because she loves those things. So I took them all up there the other day. Nobody knew what to do with these boxes of popsicles. I asked the nurses station. I was like, do I give it to you guys? Do I give it to the, dietary staff? And nobody knew. One woman even asked me if it was something, I guess she didn't know. She asked me if it was something that could stay in her room. And I'm like, no, it's popsicles. Her room is like 95 degrees. So no. Finally got that situated, labeled them, dated them, everything, and the nurses put them in their refrigerator or freezer area. But then I found out that the next day my aunt went there, and my mom had asked for one, and they couldn't find them. They didn't even know what she was talking about. So my aunt went out there, and they finally found them. But my aunt, my aunt had recorded a little clip or a little 30-second thing of my mom, and my mom was really pissed off that they couldn't find those popsicles, and so she was cursing and hollering, and I thought, oh, okay, there's the mom that I'm used to seeing, there's the one. So I kind of had I was like, okay, if she can be foul-mouthed, okay, I know that sounds strange, but then she must be feeling much better. But overall, I really do see a decline, and I think a lot of it is because she's not getting up. She's not being moved. And I don't know if it's due to something up there or if it's due to her refusing, because my mom doesn't want to move, okay? That's the thing. In the hospital, she didn't have a choice. The physical therapist came in, and he was very patient with her. He was very caring. He was very considerate, but he was also determined to get her out of that bed. And she eventually would follow through, and she would get up. I don't know if it's the same determination at the nursing home, because, like I said, my mom is, no, I don't want to move. I just want to lay here. Just leave me alone and go, and I'm fine. So I realize that residents have rights, but where is the line of, okay, we need to give you a bath. We need to bathe you, and it's a hygiene thing, and we're going to have to. So that's a whole thing. And then come to find out, trigger warning, she also has a bed sore, and it's right in the back by her backbone. I feel awful because for probably the last several months, she has complained about her butt bone hurting. And I never thought once to look back there, because she weighs 94 pounds, and I thought, well, it is possible that it's nothing but skin and bones. So it could be just the fact that you're just sitting on your butt bone. I never gave it a thought. I even take her to her doctor's appointments. I never thought to mention it to the doctor. She never mentioned it to the doctor. And so I feel like this is something that we could have, had I been more in tune to it, we could have known that this was going on. So my aunt was there the other day, and my aunt said that a nurse or somebody came in and they wanted to adjust her to move her off of that area. And she refused. She refused to let them move her. So that's partly why I'm thinking, okay, are they also, because she hasn't been bathed, as far as I know, she hasn't, I know she hasn't been showered for sure. So I don't know if she's getting a sponge bath in bed. Now, my aunt also said that she went up there and she helped her change the other day, and when she went up there the following day, she had the same outfit on. And so we're all kind of like, okay, what's going on? So I haven't had a minute to go back up there yet, and I don't want to go on the weekend. I want to go during the week when everybody's there, and I want to go during business hours. But I called up there this afternoon, and it was like trying to have a conversation with a wall, literally. I was so frustrated after I got off the phone, because my mom does have a phone, but she doesn't want to talk to anybody because she just doesn't feel good and she doesn't want to talk. So I know that my mom, if she feels like she wants to talk to me, she will call me. She'll have somebody dial the number and call me. So I haven't bothered her. None of us have really bothered her. If we do bother her, she doesn't answer the phone. So I thought, well, I'll just call the nurse's station and get daily updates and see how she's doing. So I called this afternoon, and the first nurse answered the phone, and I know this nurse, okay? I know her. I'm not close with her, but I know this person, and I've known her for probably 25 years, okay? As a matter of fact, my mom worked at this very same nursing home with this nurse probably 25 years ago. My mom was a CNA at this very same nursing home, and this nurse was a CNA at that time when they worked together, and my mom and her were friends. My battery's dying. My mom and her were friends, and so they know each other. And my mom absolutely adores this woman. And she's nice enough. I don't have a problem with her. She is a nurse now. She's been a nurse for several years. She was there in that same nursing home when my dad was there. My dad was in this, remember I said it's a small town. So my dad was actually in this nursing home as well. But when my dad was there, the state came in and shut it down. And so he was transferred to an out-of-town nursing home, and then it was 2 weeks after that he passed away. But somebody else, this is also a tribal community, and the Pokagon Band of Potawatomi Indians pretty much bought this building, and they redid it, and it is now a completely different building. It has a different name. It's the same building, but they've added on to it, and it's completely different. And so, you know, doesn't look the same as when my mom worked there or when my dad was there, but it's pretty much the same building. So there's some history there, okay? My mom worked there. I've been there a million times in my life. My dad was there. So when I seen that it was this nurse who answered the phone, I thought, okay, I'm going to get some information, right? She knows me. She's going to tell me what I need to know. Didn't know anything. You know, she knew basically her overall attitude for today and how she was doing. But when I started asking specific questions like, well, do you happen to know her bathing schedule, or have they been able to sit her up yet? Or, you know, has she been getting out of bed? You know, all of that stuff. It was like, oh, okay, I'm not her primary nurse. I'm going to transfer you to her primary nurse, and she'll be able to answer those questions for you. And I thought, okay. She transfers me, and I ended up getting directed back to the office phone. They had to transfer me back out. Finally, this primary nurse answers the phone, and I ask her the same questions, and she knew nothing. She said that, you know, she would have to find out from the shower aide if, you know, what her schedule is for a bath or a shower, whether or not she has, you know, allowed them to bathe her or she's refusing. She didn't know. She told me that she just got in. I think I called about 3:40. She just got in, you know, at 3 o'clock or whatever it was. And she didn't even, the only interaction she had with my mom at that point when I called was she had given her afternoon meds, and my mom had asked for a pain pill, and she gave her that. So I thought, oh, okay. So I asked her, I said, well, what was the pain pill for? I said, is it the bed sore? Is it something else? And she didn't know. And I'm thinking to myself, how do you not know what the hell she asked for a pain pill for? Do you not ask what's hurting? If somebody says, can I have a pain pill? Isn't the next reasonable question, well, absolutely, but what is hurting? So she had no clue. So I thought, well, what the hell? I said, okay. So I said, okay. I asked about the physical therapy. Are they getting her out of bed? Are they at least sitting her up? No clue. So I thought, well, what the hell? This is like a waste of my time. I'm not getting any information from you. Thanks for nothing. So that kind of pissed me off, to be honest with you. I don't know. I mean, I know that nurses are busy, right? I get that. And I know that the CNAs do a lot of the actual hands-on work, but there should be like a document there in front of them. I called up. There was a guy nurse that I spoke to last week, and I called up there and I checked on my mom. Don't know who this guy was, this guy nurse was, but he was on it. He gave me everything. He was reading off her vital signs. He had the notes in front of him. He was going down everything. He was giving me information I didn't even ask for. So he was more than informative. Wonderful. But these two ladies that I happen to kind of know, especially the one, I did not get any information from. So I don't know. All I can say is that I'm hoping that my sister can get up here and everything goes smooth with her plans. She's going to be up here next month, early December. And I know that she will be up there every day visiting, and that presence alone maybe will help and make sure, and she will bathe our mom. She'll do that stuff. So, you know, whatever I can't do because of distance, my sister will make sure that she does. And so if mom, and if we can just hold out for another month until that time comes, it'll be okay, and I can take a breather because I know that she'll be well taken care of. In the meantime, I'm not so sure. Let me go into the post office and drop these orders off, and I'll be back. Okay. I guess winter has arrived in Indiana. It is now officially miserable. I don't know why I live in Indiana, but we do, and I just have to deal with the winter every year. Oh, it's so cold out. It is so cold. And I honestly don't live far enough away from the post office to even get the car heated up in time. I should start it, but I'm too lazy to. But anyway, so yeah, if we can just hold out and until my sister gets up here, things can kind of settle down a little bit. But in the meantime, I'm worried about the quality of care that she's getting. I'm gonna have to just, show a presence, I guess. I'm just gonna have to go up there as much as I possibly can, time permitting, and let them know that family is around. I have an aunt. I have a couple of aunts in that town. One aunt in particular who used to work at that nursing home as well. She used to be a social worker for that nursing home. She was actually the social worker when my dad was there. Small town. But she no longer works there. But she knows a lot of the staff members there, and she goes up on a regular basis, or she has been. But everybody works, right? She has a full-time job, and it's, I hate saying it, but it's just hard to get up there as much as you would like, so I get that. But she has been going up. She's been up about 3 times. I've been up about 3 times, and, just maybe with us going in regularly, they'll see that family is there. But then again, it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't have to be like that. What about the residents who don't have family that has a presence? They should be getting the same quality of care as anybody else, right? So I don't know. And I have my own feelings about nursing homes because of my dad's experience. I didn't like but this was my mom's choice. I mean, she wanted to go there. She absolutely wanted to be there. She wanted to be there even a couple of years ago, but she was in a different physical state at that time, and she found herself not liking it, and she signed herself out. She signed herself in, and she signed herself out. This time it's a little bit different, though, because of the refusal to accept any kind of help from that time to present time. Her physical condition is completely different, and she's not safe to be at home alone. My sister, who is coming up next month, she offered to take care of her. She's like, look, Mom, we can get a place together. I'll take care of every need that you have. My mom didn't want that. My mom said no. She was like, no, I want to go to the nursing home. And it's like, I don't know. It's just a hard thing. It's a hard situation. So anyway, that's what's going on. I will keep you guys posted, and I appreciate you guys listening to me ramble on. I know it sounds like from the comments that some of you have worked in nursing and know exactly what I'm going through. And if you haven't worked in nursing, you've been through this with a parent. So it is just a very stressful situation, and the timing is just at probably one of the busiest and most stressful times of year with everything, with the holidays and all of that stuff. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I will have a video up this week, hopefully by Friday. Today was a day for private reads. Like I said, I still have one more to go. Tomorrow, if I get any requests for private reads, I probably am not going to be able to get to them until Saturday, which is probably the furthest I have ever had to schedule a tarot reading. Usually when you guys reach out, I see it right away, I respond, I get it done immediately. But right now, because of Etsy, I need tomorrow to work on things. And so I need a couple of days to do that, and then I will be okay to schedule for Saturday. So I apologize about that if you guys do reach out for a reading. And if I can get done with stuff before that, it could be Friday. But then again, I do want to get a YouTube video up too. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm just drained. I'm just drained, guys. I am drained. The house is a mess. There's dishes in the sink that I haven't got to. When I went to Dowagiac one day last week, my oldest son and my youngest son did tag team and do the kitchen for me, so I appreciated that. But that was just the once. We still use dishes, and they're good kids. They're very wonderful sweethearts. Children, they're not kids. They're grown ass men. I've said that before, but they're used to. I've been an enabler. They're very much used to. Where is Starbucks? Where is Starbucks around here? Oh God, good Lord! I never go to Starbucks. I'm not a Starbucks person. I like Big B coffee, and I can't even. Did they move Starbucks? Where the hell? Oh God, it's in Target. Okay, never mind. I'm not. We used to have a building out here where you could go through the drive-through, but I forgot they moved it, and now you got to go into Target. I'm not getting out of this car, so that's that. I prefer Big B. I'm not a big Starbucks fan, but I was gonna treat myself to something, so I'm just gonna have to skip it. But I am like an enabling parent. Okay, I baby the boys, the men that they are, 20, 25, and 27. So I tend to baby them, and mom does everything. I don't do their laundry. That they do themselves. But they know that whatever they fix in the kitchen, mom's going to clean it up. That's just how it is. Drives my husband insane. So I've made it like this. Now, if I were to ask them and say, hey, guys, could you possibly do the dishes for me tonight? They would do it. But I'm like, should I have to beg? Like, you see that the dishes are in the sink, so maybe you could just do them. You see me over here suffering, packing orders all day. Maybe you could just do them automatically, but they're not going to do it automatically. Well, they did the other day, but that's like twice a year. So, that's just the situation. That's how it is. That's what I've created. But it is what it is. I'm the type that I'll still cut up a damn waffle for my 27-year-old if need be. And he's the type that will be like, Mom, could you cut up this waffle for me? And I'm like, yeah, of course I will. Hold on, let me just put aside everything that I'm doing, and I'll come over here and chop this waffle and butter up for you. So that's the household that we live in. And now that I don't have time to do all that stuff, now I'm suffering. So house is a mess. And laundry, I mean, thank God I don't do their laundry. That stopped in middle school. Okay, they from middle school on, they've done their own laundry. But Jesus, I'm gonna have to make a schedule or something, because every time I go to do my laundry and my husband's laundry, the washer's being used. So I'm like, do I need to come up with like a sign-in sheet so that we can all sign in for a particular day? But I'm like, no, the hell with that. I should have first come, first serve on the laundry, on the washing machine, right? But every time I go to grab the laundry and go in there, somebody's already doing their laundry and I have to wait. Or I'm starting my laundry, and then somebody comes behind me and says, hey, when you're done, could I start my laundry? Which in other words means, don't dilly-dally and don't add more time to the dryer, because I'm one of those people that if I'm not ready to put the laundry away when it's dry, I'll add 20 minutes. The problem is that I'll add 20 minutes 7 times. So You know, that's what that means in their language. That means don't add 20 minutes to the dryer 15 times because I need to get my stuff done. Anyway, all right, guys, I'm almost home. I just wanted to update you guys. Again, thanks for letting me ramble. I just needed to vent. I needed a minute. I needed a minute in the car to vent. I'm going to go home and make an iced coffee myself. Make a little treat myself. I've got some caramel sauce. I've got some whipped cream, some iced coffee in the fridge. I'm going to throw some ice cubes in a cup and make myself a drink, and that's going to be my evening treat. Do this last reading and go to bed. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Have a great week. Bye.